welcome to another edition of Conor Local TV, being brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC, man. I wanted to go ahead, man, and just talk a little bit about Shakur Stevenson, man. He fought last night, man, and I didn't really get to talk thoroughly about this. And this is just me being a logical, unbiased opinion on everything that goes on with Shakur Stevenson, as far as, you know, the opponent that got replaced him and all that other good stuff, because I just see a lot of unjust stuff going on around the internet, man, and it's not logical at all, man. It is not logical at all, man. And the first thing I want to say is it's not his fault that Schofield had to pull out. That's, you know, Shakur did his job. He trained and he showed up, made weight, all of that. The Schofield situation is completely out of his hands. As far as the replacement opponent, well, of course, you know, on 4 days' notice, you're not really going to get to be too picky about who they pick. And of course, you know, Josh Padley had upset Chamberlain, which is one of Turki Al-Sheikh's fighters. So obviously, he was going to be the front runner for that. That's who Turki Al-Sheikh was going to want to take care of before any other replacement opponent could be mentioned. So that made sense that Josh Padley was going to be picked. Okay. That's the first thing, man. The second thing I want to go ahead and debunk is a lot of these fighters, man, when they're 15-0, 16-0, 17-0, unless they're major stars like Olympians and all that, they're broke. A lot of these fighters have a day job. I don't understand why everybody's making fun of him like, oh, he fought an electrician. Bro, I see so many of these fighters having a day job around here and all over the world, man, when it comes to boxers. They didn't get spoon-fed. They didn't have this Olympic pedigree where they got fast-tracked out there, man. A lot of these fighters have day jobs, which is crazy to me that y'all act like, okay, he fought an electrician, but so did such and such, and so did such and such, and such fought a plumber. Or dude, I saw one boxer, man, that works in a restaurant, bro. Works in a restaurant, man. Actually a pretty good boxer, man. But he been in there, baby, he served my table. And I was like, whoa. He said, yeah, bro, man, you know, I ain't making that kind of money in boxing, bro. I ain't caught my break yet. So I gotta do what I gotta do. So he over there working a restaurant, bro. My point is, man, y'all are going about the whole, I guess y'all like the clicks and views and all that shit, and I guess it's funny and comedy for y'all to do that, I guess. But a lot of these fighters do have a day job. You know, they're not all spoon-fed or fast-tracked or anything like that, man. And then they, I don't even know why Shakur got booed that night, because I thought he did a phenomenal job, man, which is my next point that I want to bring to, right? My next point is Padley was 15-0, undefeated, right? 15-0, undefeated. Never been stopped, never been knocked down, never been knocked out. But somehow, some way, because he was on 4 days, a short notice or something, all of a sudden he's supposed to be able to be getting KO'd in 1 or 2. How can you ask that of any fighter, man, unless they're knockout fighters? Shakur Stevenson is not a knockout artist. He's a boxer, technician, a defensive genius. So it blew my mind when people were saying, oh, it's a knockout or a bust. Now, Shakur did get the stoppage, but I didn't think it was necessary. I personally didn't think it was necessary that he got the stoppage to get any credit for this, because at the end of the day, it was a replacement fight. All he had to do was win the fight, dominate and win the fight, move on to the next. Stoppage is just bonus, okay? And I'm glad he stopped him in the 9th, but it wasn't a requirement for me. Since when do we start asking fighters that are not known for knockouts to produce a knockout? Since when? Josh Padley only had 4 knockouts himself. I'm sure that his people weren't expecting him to if he lands something, he can knock out Shakur Stevenson when he's not known for knocking out people himself. Let's just be logical about this, man. Let's keep things in perspective, man. I've been one of those that I call it down the middle, man. I've gave Shakur Stevenson his fair share of criticism. I gave him his fair share of praise. I've given him his fair share of being neutral. And it's never from a place of hate, man. It's just when I see something, I call it for what it is, man. And in this situation, I'm behind Shakur Stevenson all the way, man. There's no fault of his about the Schofield situation, man. And then for people to think that, oh man, that's Shakur, man. That Shakur that we saw yesterday, man. Schofield would have finished him. Stop it, man. Stop it. If that's the case, then Schofield should have fought, right? Schofield should have been more disciplined. Schofield should have made sure that none of that shit would have happened, man. Because even if it was the food, you know better. You traveling somewhere like that, man, you eat light and try to bring, some of your own nutrition with you. Or have somebody sift through the food for you. Come on, bro. This championship level, man, that just use your heads, man. Use your heads, man. I just felt that he just got unjustly criticized, man. And this is why y'all can't say that I'm not neutral, man, because I have criticized Shakur in the past for certain things, just like I have praised him for certain things. And then I come back to you today and tell you, hey, he did his job last night. Stop being so overcritical, man, about these fighters, bro. He did what he was supposed to do. He got the job done. On to the next, man. The only thing that worries me about him is his hands. Because if his hands got hurt, I don't know for sure. But if his hands got hurt last night, man, that's a big concern moving forward, man. And I'm under the impression that if that is the case, then maybe he should employ what Floyd Mayweather was doing and fight once a year, but to make sure that they're fights that are worthy of being, be able to fight once a year, man. But shout out to Shakur Stevenson, man. He did a phenomenal job last night, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. This is always brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Kano Local TV. Man, I'm out of here, man. On to the next.